Welcome to the Playhouse. It's Clutty. I want to talk to y'all about something very deep, very important, which is why we finna hotbox in the car today, because I want to get into it with y'all. I want to talk to you about being as a child, being assaulted as a child. Look at me when I say that to you. Being as a child. We are talking about this shit today. You cannot hide this shit no more. You can no longer prolong the healing process. The time is now. The time is now. We're about to analyze this shit together so we can stop allowing the behaviors that come from the subconscious reprogramming of being as a child to hinder us from moving forward as women, as men who respect ourselves.
When I was young, I got raped by a bitch twice my age. Picked me up from school, took me to hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked at shit the same. Fucked up in the brain, pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I sang.
I know it's plenty of y'all that's watching this video right now that been touched as a child, that been sexually assaulted as a child. This is a video I've been scared to post because to me it's personal, for one. For two, this is so taboo to talk about. I don't see or hear nobody fully talk about being assaulted as a child and what that shit creates for your life going forward. No one goes deep into this shit for real. At least I ain't came across it. I was as a child. Were you? Your brain will literally block out a whole time frame of your life just because that shit was so traumatic. A lot of people do not remember if they were sexually assaulted as kids because your brain is like, nah, fuck no, that shit was traumatic as fuck. Delete now. If you think hard enough and you think back deep enough and you allow your brain to go do some shadow work, I promise you some question might pop up like, damn, was I molested? So let's find that out. I'm going to start with my story, and maybe that'll make you comfortable to share your story in the comments or with yourself, okay? I was molested before my teenage years, before I had teen in my age number. I want to talk about the relationship I had with my mom first, because I feel like you as a child would never be put in these types of situations if you had good relationships with your parents, with your guardians. That which I did not have. My mom grew up in the North, and she was born in New Jersey, raised in Michigan, and every time I visited Michigan, it just seemed so hard and so like aggressive. All the women out there were very masculine and very aggressive. My mom picked up those traits. The relationship I had with my mom was rocky because she always neglected my emotions. She felt like I was too emotional as a child. She felt like I was a punk. She literally called me that. With that relationship dynamic with my mother and not having my father in the home, it caused me to kind of be more independent. It caused me to kind of be more to myself and not express how I feel. My mom's relationship with herself was not the best. You got to understand that shit too. If someone is fucking with you, somebody not treating you the right way, think about the relationship they have with themselves. Think about their childhood. Every time I look at my mom as an adult, I see trauma. Childhood trauma and self-inflicted trauma. I see trauma from her being a teenager, being bullied. We both were bullied. Our lives mirror each other a lot. I look at my mom and I just see a world of pain that she hasn't analyzed yet, which caused her to put that onto me. But as a child, you know, without having a father, she was trying to do her best. My mom was working 3 jobs, okay? And that's another thing, like, it goes so deep within this matrix, within this system. That's why this shit is called Fuck the Matrix, because this matrix will literally pull on all the strings to turn you into like a demonic entity that's just running loose out here harming people. And it's like, that's not who I came here to be. I came here to experience this trauma and then transmute that shit. My mom working 3 jobs. She's a single black mother, okay? We already know this is like an archetype in the matrix. Like, the black family is targeted, okay, for sure, in many different ways. But single black mom working 3 jobs, barely has time to be around her kids. She is single. She's looking for love. She is insecure as a woman. She was bullied. She was overweight. and she's looking for love wherever she could find it, okay? I would say there were about 4 different men in my childhood homes before I turned 15, not including my father. And this is important because this subconsciously shows me that multiple men cycling through multiple relationships is not an issue. This is something subconsciously that is going to affect me moving forward in my life, growing up and experiencing my own relationships with men. Your mother and your father are the first versions of life that you see, that you consume as a child. So if I'm around a woman who doesn't love herself, and I've always been an empath, I just never was fully able to express it as a child, but I'm feeling all of this off of her. I'm feeling her anger. I'm feeling her self-hatred. I'm feeling her insecurities. I'm feeling the fact that she wants to fill her void with men, which is why there were like 4 different men by the time I was 15 in our homes. This is unsafe, and this is why I say she didn't love herself. You would never put your children in a harmful situation or yourself in a confusing, curious, harmful situation if you loved yourself. Your common sense would have been on 10. I think common sense at that time would have been like, let me focus on myself so I can find a man that can be that father for my children. I don't give a fuck what you say. You owe that to your children. You brought me in this world. Hey, is it the bare minimum for me to ask for a father? I'm entitled to a father. I think so. I think it would have been more common sense of her and more self-loving of her to really focus on herself and then bring the right man into her children's lives and her life so that we won't go through the hell that I'm about to explain to you. The first one I remember, one of her first boyfriends I remember, he was selling drugs. One of the second guys I remember, he was an alcoholic. He was a Bud Light drinker. So just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the South, so that's what it was. Now, magic number 3, the one that I remember, okay? This is the one that molested me. This man was in the military or the army or the Navy. I don't fucking know. All I know is he had on the getup. He had the attire on, okay? I remember we used to go on base. They would have like family events. And I remember the events because I remember the desserts. I remember the cookies. I was a chubby kid. I love food. I'm a tourist. Bitch. I love snacks. This man was light skinned. No offense to the light skinned man. Maybe I just haven't met a fire light skin, but all the light skins I've met have just been like, the fuck? What do y'all have going on? She had him in the house. All of these men she had in the house, like, and it's just like, bruh, all these men don't need to be in the fucking house. Why do all these men know where the fuck you live at? Oh, hell no. You gotta stop. I don't know how long she was talking to these men before they came to the house. It should be no reason why I have had 4 different men that I can recall before the age of 15 that were in the home with me and my brother alone watching us, and we don't know these niggas. That is a harmful fucking situation. I'm not trying to be one of those, but what if I would have died? What if one of these niggas was crazy? That's some unsafe ass shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Let me be a single mama. I will struggle to the day I fucking die before I let a random man in my house to watch my children. No. No, 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 no. I want to like shake my mom and be like, why the fuck? Like, why did you think that was safe? This man came to the home watching me and my brother when we were younger. This man would like come in the room at night and sneak and give us candy. Like, there should be no reason why I done brush my teeth and it's dark outside and I'm in a motherfucking bed and you sneaking your fucking light skinned ass in the damn room talking about some, do you want a gummy worm? Do you want a gummy bear? And I'm just eating this shit up. I can literally only remember it being me, but he would like pull me into the den and teach me how to play like this virtual game called Second Life. I'm a child. I'm under the age of 10. Fuck Second Life, nigga. Take me outside. I don't know. I don't need to be on that shit in the damn den with you, sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, silent with your ass. That's creepy. And it's so weird because, you know, as a child, sometimes you feel like something is off, but you don't know because this is a trusted adult at this point. You see your mama trust him, why don't you trust him? So it's like, we're both in this den alone. I don't know. You're making me uncomfortable. But at the same time, you're watching us, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. And then he also used to take me in the den and teach me how to play his trumpet. And it's like, okay, you know, saying that out loud, it's like, okay, yeah, you know, that's whatever. Like, he trying to be there. He trying to, you know, like, engage with you. No, it was more than that. I was being groomed. It's like when you give a dog treats and you just slowly pet the dog, like, hi, come here. Come here. Oh, you're just so cute. Gotcha, bitch. So he did that until one day my mom was gone at night, and me and my brother were sleeping in the room. And I remember I had a Dora the Explorer red TV, and I was watching TV on it. I don't know what I was watching. All I know is I was up past my bedtime. So he came in the room and he was like, hey, do you want to watch TV with me in the living room? Yeah, I want to watch TV with you in the living room. The fuck? I'm not even supposed to be up right now. Yeah. Let me come in the living room. An adult inviting me into the living room at night past my bedtime? That's cool. Wow. And he gives us gummy worms? Whoa. And he teaches me how to play an adult game? Whoa. I like this man. We sit on the couch. And he then proceeds to ask to put his penis in my panties. He wanted me to touch it. That's disgusting. I used to have this feeling that I would like describe with a word when I was uncomfortable as a child, sleeping in my mom's bed. And I never understood why I was uncomfortable sleeping in the bed. It was just an all over body feeling of discomfort when I was sleeping in my mom's bed. And I just called it the cup feeling. And it's because it made me feel like I was being cuddled inappropriately, even if no one was cuddling me. Like, I could be laying in the bed with my mom and I would just feel so uncomfortable, like, nah, I gotta go in my own bed. I don't want to be in here. So many people love sleeping in their mom bed. So many people love that. And it made me feel uncomfortable for many layered reasons. Here's the thing though, right? When it comes to him asking me to touch it and putting it in my panties, this is what people don't talk about, okay? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Our bodies experience things two different ways, physically and mentally, okay? 3D and the 4D. Listen, 3D wise, I'm thinking that this is a good touch because my body is like, okay, this is a human that I trust. They're trying to arouse me. I guess I'm gonna get aroused. People don't like to mention that shit. For some people, it's not like that. But for me as a child, it was like, am I supposed to like this? I don't know. I just want to be real with y'all because I want to be able to give y'all a perspective that's different than what you see online. I want to be somebody that y'all can relate to, like, damn, she's speaking real shit. Like, she's speaking real facts. Like, damn, like, we need more realness on the earth. All right, 2025 and beyond, we need more realness because I'm tired of the fake shit. It's real life shit going on behind closed doors. Y'all hoes don't want to talk about it. Y'all want to be on TikTok laughing about different strokes for different folks. So on and Scooby-Doo. My body was saying, maybe enjoy it. But my mind was like, I'm uncomfortable. This feels wrong. What's going on? This feels secretive. Like, I wouldn't say that it felt wrong at that time, but I would say this feels like a secret. Why does this feel like a secret? Why does this need to be kept a secret? What's wrong? I remember that I had my first ever slumber party after that. And, you know, we get there and all the girls are in the pool. There was this one girl, I remember, I think her name was Tiara or something like that. Something with a T. And we were in the pool and I told her about what happened before we got in the pool, right? I told her, like, hey, like, you know, my mom's boyfriend was touching me, right? Blah, blah, blah. We're all in the pool. This girl's like, hey, is that the man that was touching you? Tiara. Bitch. I know you fucking lying. That shit had me so scared and I don't know why. And see, that's why I brought up the fact that my body was saying, hey, maybe you like it. And my mom was like, no, this is a secret. Because why the fuck would I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for something that was done to me that I should have told my mom about? That speaks volumes on me and my mom's relationship and then how I felt about the experience. My mom was like, She pulled me out and was like, hey, did he do that? I was like, no. Where's the common sense at? Why the fuck? Why? Why would that little girl say that in the first place? Why would you even ask me that? Oh, yeah. No, you got to go. But the thing is, I don't really remember interacting with him after that. So maybe he did go because of that. Maybe he went because of something else. We are here to talk about how to move past that shit. We are here to talk about how to analyze what it is that has been a cause and effect reaction to you going through that, and how to transmute that shit. I've met some men that have been molested and that have willingly and openly discussed that, which is greatly appreciated because a lot of men don't talk about that. And shout out YG because he made a song about being raped as a child and liking it. Step 1 on how to transmute this situation into making yourself the powerful being that you came to earth to be and to recognize that you are. Grieve. Do that shit first. You need to experience all forms and levels of grief. I'm talking anger, sadness, depression, confusion, embarrassment. You got to be able to feel all those emotions. Feel it all. Feel it all. Feel it all. That is the key. Feel everything. Let go. Stop trying to hide shit. Stop trying to hide yourself from the truth. Stop. Feel it. Literally. Release. Just release. Cry. If you need to cry, bro, cry. Cry, bruh. Cry. If you need to cry, if you feel hurt, if you feel abandoned, if you feel betrayed, if you start to hate your parents, if you start to hate people around you, if you start to hate things, hate life, feel it all. I'm telling you, that is the first fucking step. And allow yourself to feel that shit completely without judging yourself. Without judging yourself. For me, I've been angry as fuck at my people for the longest time. I still am. You failed as a parent. You failed. I still hold love for you though. You know why? Because I'm an empath. And I see everything. I see your childhood trauma. I see what happened to you. I see what you going through. And most of all, I understand that you human. So I can forgive you. But I still got anger towards the shit that you put me through. Just because you didn't want to see. You didn't want to think. You didn't want to love yourself. You never took the time to sit with yourself. People from older generations like to be like, well, in our generation, we wasn't able to. Stop it. That's an excuse. And it works sometimes. But sometimes you got to think, well, if you got a fucking brain and you got common sense and you know how to fucking regulate your fucking self, and sometimes you just question yourself. Is it really that hard to be open to yourself and to heal? Who knows if our generation is just more aware because we had access to many different types of perspectives at literally our fingertips. If we didn't like something, we could go on YouTube and watch something. Like, you have to be able to feel all the emotions it is that you need to feel so that you can move forward and be like, damn, boy, like, I had a lot pent up inside of me. Like, I had a lot in me that I was just stuffing down. One thing that really helps me in my spiritual journey is letting go and just being like, damn, I am actually really fucking sad. I don't have to act like this shit don't hurt. It hurts. So I'm going to take the time to sit in a motherfucking corner and cry for 3 days. I'm going to journal about it and I'm going to move on. Why? Because I gave myself the correct space and time when I needed it, directly when I needed it, to heal. It doesn't prolong the healing process. I don't have to look strong for nobody. I know that I'm strong because I do the things that I need to do to feel strong. I'm not finna hide my emotions because y'all think that's strength. No. Fuck what everybody else think strength look like for you. Fuck what family think. Fuck what friends think. If they start to call you emotional, if they don't want to be around you, bye, that's a blessing in disguise, like, for real. Let the universe take control and let go. Step 2 to moving past this hiccup in this blockage that's blocking you in life is to analyze where this has affected you and what points and what parts of your life. After being molested, I became very hypersexual. After being molested, I started fucking any man that made it seem like he was interested in me. I felt like that was like the grabber. Like, okay, he's interested in me, let me fuck him because that's what we doing, right? Also combine that with, peer pressure in school, being bullied. Combine that with just music and TV and movies and just all these things that the Matrix puts in your path to kind of like say, let's see if she can move past this one. If Earth had a tone, like the frequency here on this planet, on this realm, if it had a tone, it'd be very snarky and very city girlish. Like, with me becoming hypersexual, I also felt like I could be in toxic relationships. Like, growing up seeing niggas in and out, and then seeing your mom not love herself, and then your mom not loving you properly, it's just a recipe for fucking disaster. Like, that's a shit soup, okay? So I'm in toxic relationships coming up, being overly sexual, sexualizing myself. I was making content before OnlyFans was a thing for real. That's not a flex, but like when OnlyFans really started to get popping, I was doing content myself, and I was under 18, which is womp womp, terrible. But honestly, where I grew up, that wasn't nothing different than what the other girls was going through. All the girls, damn near all of the girls in my hometown was molested, touched by their cousins, by their uncles, by their dad, like by their grandpa, and then they start popping coochie and selling coochie. You got to be able to analyze how this affected you in your life, because when you analyze it, you can start to look at those parts of your life and look at the root cause. You will be able to really dig deep and say, okay, I'm going through this in my life because I was molested. How did that make me feel? Now I feel like I need to cry. I want to grieve. Let me grieve that. Let me analyze it some more. Let me think back to the root issue. Let me grieve it. Let me analyze it some more. Let me think back. And then when you keep doing that, one day you're going to look at yourself like, who the fuck am I? I've changed and grown so much. You will look at yourself like, wow, I'm proud of you, bruh. Like, your mindset is completely different. You respect yourself a lot more. You're more patient with yourself. You allow yourself to be emotionally stable when you need to. Like, healing one issue, if you really go deep enough, it is like a domino effect. That is what spirituality is. So step 3 to transmuting this situation in your life, being sexually assaulted as a child, is to forgive. Forgive yourself, first of all. If you felt anything like me, felt guilty, ashamed, embarrassed because you were confused at that time and you don't know how to feel, forgive yourself. You're human, bruh. This shit is confusing. It is. Forgive yourself. You were a child. You were a child, hun. Why were you embarrassed? Why were you in shame? Why did you feel guilty? Why? Forgive yourself. Then, a lot of people be talking about this, but I'm going to explain why we say it. Forgive the other person. Not for them, but for you. And the reason I say that is because you got to understand, everybody is human. They did what they did. I don't know what they went through when they were children, but at the end of the day, it happened. I forgive you, and I've learned to respect myself. I can take that hatred that's in my heart for you. I'm off that. I don't wish no harm on you, bruh. Honestly, I wish that you would heal. I forgave you enough that I don't want to see you die. I don't want to see you fall. I don't want to even see you in jail. I want you to heal and fully realize the shit that you did. I want you to grow and become a man. I want you to grow and understand what you did to a fellow human being. I don't give a fuck about no jail. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about you being dead. That does nothing for me. Real justice is you seeing what you did. Becoming conscious of who you are. That is the most karmic thing that anybody could go through. Because your mind can be your worst enemy or your best friend. So with that being said, y'all, a lot of people have been molested. I was one of them. You were one of them. That's why you're here. So, welcome to the club, baby. That's not funny, but no, like, spend some time with yourself. Really, spend some time with yourself. Ask yourself the questions that you've always wanted to ask yourself, especially about this topic. This is a deep topic. It's a lot of things you can ask yourself. Yep. That question right there. That one. Talk about it. The one that was like playing in the back of your mind just now. That one. Not the basic ones. I'm talking about the deep ones. Like, go deep inside the wound and just be like, hey, you in the back. Yes, come. So, ask yourself. I need to get rid of these motherfucking bat wings. Like, this is my arm. You see that cut? But it's just that fat. It's like, get off of me! Okay, calm down. You should not be a product of a toxic environment. You should not be selling yourself short. You should not be selling that cooch. You should not be degrading yourself because that's what you think you should do. Because that's what you've been through as a child. You think you deserve that? Really look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Stare at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Stare at yourself. Stare at yourself. Like, deeply. Do you see you? Do you feel you? Yes, no. If not, you have work to do. You need to connect with yourself. You need to ground. You need to feel all the things that you need to feel. Connect back with your emotions. You're too numb if you don't feel yourself. Thank you. I didn't even smoke the whole thing. Thank you for chilling with me. I didn't even smoke the whole thing. I'm about to go inside and eat some pistachios. So, toodles. Mwah. Bellissimo. Mwah. My love, my darling, my cherry. How I long to be with you forever. Y'all, I need to take some acting classes. Let me get the fuck off this camera. Bye.